Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I see we have Karen in the house already. Yay! Welcome. This live stream is for Junk Journals and Mindful Mixed Media, but I'm also live in my YouTube group or YouTube channel because, well, sometimes Facebook isn't always our best friend. I am using StreamYard. For those of you that don't know, StreamYard is a third-party app, I want to say. Although I'm using it on my computer, it's hard to call it an app. But anyway, and so if you're in Facebook and you haven't given it permission to use your name, the people in the chat can see your name, but I can't backstage. So here is a classic case in point. Hello, Facebook user. So somebody's saying hello to me and I can't see who it is. So don't worry, I can still see your questions and things. I just can't answer to a specific name. So hello, Sarah. Good evening. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yes, I love the giraffe. He's a lot of fiddle to color, so I notice a lot of the design team didn't use him. So thanks for popping on over. I thought I would start off. I have on my desk a couple of samples. This is from my latest set of designs that I've done for Funky Fossil. And somebody was asking today on Facebook if they fit artist trading cards, ATCs. And the size that I have got cut here in white is ATC size. So what is an ATC? Well, it's a card that you trade. You never sell it. It can't be bought. You always swap or trade them or give them. And the traditional size is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. No, I have no idea what that is in centimeters. So, hello there. Hello, lovely. Can't see who you are, sorry, but yes, Facebook. Somebody was asking, do they fit? So they, like Mr. Froggo would lose a smidgen of his toes, but why do you have to stick him in the middle? I mean, he could come in at all sorts of jaunty angles. I mean, you could even fit 3 of his faces on there. So he doesn't have to fit bang in the middle. Same with the fish. They can come in at different angles. I've got the whale coming in, the submarine fits. And also, don't forget, you can turn your artist trading cards sideways. So there's no reason why you can't get more of the whale on. Or more of the submarine, though I have a sneaking suspicion the funnel will stick off the top then. When I make my personal artist trading cards, I don't stick things off the edge because the way that I store my artist trading cards, they go in a little folder, so little pockets, and therefore I don't make things that stick off the edge. Oh, Nikki. Hello, Nikki from Cape Town. So yes, I've just had crazy news. My husband will be in Cape Town, and along with 2 other South Africans also residing in Berlin, and they will all be overlapping for one day. It's crazy. So yes, I do ATCs. I did say tonight I'd be working in my journal, but seeing as that was a question, I thought I would answer that. The little so the safari crew, you'd have to trim his shoulders, and the elephant, well, his great big ears would need a trim. He would fit, I guess, but then I think his hat would stick off the top. Yes, so he would fit sideways, and then Mr. Rhino fits, but you'd lose a bit of his shoulder. And the giraffe fits, and again, you would lose a bit of his shoulder. So yes, these guys do fit. In fact, all the other designs that I have drawn also fit artist trading cards because I am an artist trading cards person. So I always make sure that at least 90% of the stamp will fit. Oh, thank you for sharing. Yes, his ears all over. So yeah, his ears roll over. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Steph. So yes, I'm really enjoying playing with these. And I also wanted to show you, I'm going to be playing with these guys on my art journal. Just because, they're traditional African animals doesn't mean you've got to do these guys in gray and these guys in shades of beige. You can, it's art. So in all honesty, you can make your characters whatever color you like. I mean, they're fantasy fiction creatures. No wild animal walks around dressed in a suit and wearing pith helmets, for heaven's sake. So, or top hats or goggles, or yes. So, or spy glasses, to see far into the future, not just the distance. Wouldn't that be nice? So yes, I thought I would just cover that topic. So let me put these away before I lose them and bring out my journal. So I just wanted to also go through the sentiments on my stamps will also fit. So this is the frog. The sentiments fit perfectly. He is what's called an A7 size stamp. Then we have these guys, and again, you can mix and match the sentiments. So it says you can be anything you can imagine, or you can be anything. Top of the day to you, so you can mix and match your sentiments there. And something that Sarah has done across all my lines. So this was the third in the series of steampunk characters that I did, the Steampunk Menagerie. She has used the same font. So if you've got any of the others, they all mix and match. That's something that we do intentionally, so that if you do collect a series, then they all work together. So this one is the Let Your Light Shine is specifically for this this guy. Now he's a cross between the anglerfish and the lanternfish. I took bits of both of their characters, and then of course a whole lot is made up. And just for fun, while I was doing these designs, I do a lot of research. And the whale, this is the sperm whale. And if you had to take his little ship ornament off, that is the actual sperm whale shape. So I worked from a photograph, not one that I took, unfortunately. I'd love to have seen a real life sperm whale. And yes, so I took the shape and then I added the ship on top to fit. This guy's completely made up. And when it comes to, so I was working on Steampunk Aquatica, which is why we have a frog and then sea creatures. And so that was our theme. And then I had also decided I would be doing Steampunk Safari. And while I was at the aquarium, if you didn't hear this before, I saw this lionfish. And this is worked from a photograph that I did take at the aquarium. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if there is such a thing as a lionfish. I wonder if there are more fish named after wild animals. And so there we have the elephant fish with his long nose and the leopard fish. So what I did again with these guys is I researched them and found their shapes and then decorated them accordingly. So yes, he does have spots, but I gave him many more spots and more leopardy shaped spots. And no, he doesn't have any sort of what would you call those? I don't know. There's screws and rivets and all sorts of things going on in there. So I like to combine a whole lot of stuff. So that's just a little bit about my design process and how it works. And then, which I'll probably also be using tonight, I have got 3 stencils with this line. I asked Sarah to take the little registration marks out because when I was using paste through this and I wanted to use a bigger stencil, I had to keep masking that off and sometimes I'd forget. So for this, you really don't need the registration marks. So when you get yours, they won't have them. So there's 2 stencils, fish going this way and that way. Then we have, and this is how they look. So here we go. If you put the two together, they fit inside each other like so. You could turn this one to go the other way, but then they will overlap, which is also fine because a real shoal of fish, if you view it from the side, will have a whole lot of overlap. Hello, good afternoon from Canada, Nat. Then this is also a double layer stencil, and it is the leopard print. So what I like about this one is you can actually use them separately. So I have probably in my box of things, no, somewhere over here. I have it also done in pink, for example. So, I mean, in my mind, this also kind of looks like giraffe print, and I think that works really rather well. So when I'm designing, I do kind of think further than just the end result being, two-color leopard print. I do try and make it so that you can use the different layers on their own, and they don't have to work together. So, oh, thank you. Can't wait to get your collection. Yes, it has been dispatched. I did have a chat via Messenger with Sarah today, and she has packaged everything from the show and has dispatched it. Yes, Brian did some great ATCs, in fact, in this colorway for his samples. He is on our design team. So, yours are also coming soon. Haha. So yes, that's all very exciting. So let me pop these away and get my journals out. I know I've been teasing you guys. I've had my stamps forever. It feels like forever. And when I was on last month, I already had them and I couldn't show you. See, it's true. I do have two journals. One for my latest things and one to play in that I can show the world. So now I can show you. Oh wait, this is the one that I was working in last month. But here, these are the pages that I have done in the other journal that I couldn't show you until now. So here we go. And I have repeated my stencil in the background. Let me just get all my stencils out. So just because when I designed the stencil as a square doesn't mean you have to, use it. It doesn't have to stay as a square. So this is the stencil here. And I think, let's have a look, see. Yes, I used it like that over here and I just masked that off so that that didn't come out. And then I carried on the stencil like that. So I just carried on, and again I just left that masked off so that it didn't repeat. And with the characters in the different places, again on this side, so here I did actually use the 28. I just didn't want that repeating everywhere, so I did it there like that, and I was just careful not to go off the edge there. And then I just repeated that corner, but then I wanted the screw heads, so I just popped them in. So that's the nice thing. Just because it is a set square, it doesn't mean that you have to make it square. So I can't wait to see what you guys have when you get it, what you create, because I am always blown away by, I design what I design and I kind of have in my head how I'm going to use things. But of course, once it gets into everybody else's hands, people just do the most amazing things. And here, this is the same frog. Just made him a lily pad to sit on, gave him different outfits. And something that I love to do is use different color ink pads when I'm stamping. Okay, so I've stamped him in ink, in black ink, but then the hop over to my pad I have done in all sorts of different colors. So And then, of course, this one, nice bright background. No, we don't have a pink sea, but it's fantastical. And so why not make up colors? Just because it's sea creatures doesn't mean you have to put them in blue water. So yes, I did put them in blue water, but they don't have to be. And yes, of course, I did the submarine yellow. I can't tell you, that was an earworm of note while I was drawing. Does get rather stuck in my head. So I thought I've got a lot of the sea characters and aqua in this one. So I thought I would go back to Safari. And so to get going, I'm going to spray my background because that's one thing that I really love about, and let me not put these away because I will be looking for them. It's something that I really love about these particular journals is they handle an immense amount of liquid. So what I am going to do is I've got some paper towel and I'm just going to protect my desk ahead of me over there so I don't get overspray. And then I'm looking for my breakfast cereal boxes, which have gone into the back of Beyond under my desk. Oh, they've got a bit curly. Okay, let's try and flatten that out. So you can see that, you get some leakage, which is why I actually glue these pages together. So these are 2 pages that I have glued together. And so we're just going to carry on and pop my breakfast cereal box in there. Oh, look, I've been cleaning my stencil. That was when I was doing the other thing. So guess what? I'll come back to this another day. So I often do this when I'm spraying and cleaning my stencil. I don't waste the ink. I do a print. So I guess we'll be going there. Moving right along. Yes, I guess it was a variation on the Red Sea. Oh, thank you. Hello, greetings from Cape Town. No idea who you are, though. Sorry, Facebook's very rude. It does that to me behind the scenes. So, right, let's make sure I only have 1 page here. This paper's so thick, sometimes I think I have 2 pages. Okay. Oh, dear. What have I done? Enter studio. I knocked myself out of the studio. Oh, I'm back. Okay. The stream carries on, but I meant I just couldn't see because I was trying to do too much. Right, let's move Mr. Mouse. Move Mr. Mouse. Okay, so I've got pink and purple characters. What kind of background should I give them? Let's have some mustard seed and maybe some pink. Yes. Yeah. Karen's in the house. Let's do some purple. Okay, so a little bit of color theory quickly. If I was to only use the mustard seed and the wilted violet, where these 2 overlap, I will get mud, simply because yellow and purple are opposites on the color spectrum. So they will create brown because purple has your red and blue in it. And if you add the yellow, that is technically the 3rd primary. So I'm going to cheat and I'm going to put picked raspberry between the 2. So I'm going to start with my yellow at the top. I'm going to put picked raspberry in the middle and I'm going to put the wilted violet at the bottom. And for 2 reasons. One, the sun is at the top, sunset's in the middle, and I always like the darker color at the bottom. So you always need to shake these. And that one, the little ball has come loose quickly. There we go. That one is 2. Right, and then let's get our yellow going. So my favorite trick for doing this is something that I learned from Diane Reedy. Hello, Sandra, all the way from the USA as well. So something that I learned from Diane Reedy is to use my kitchen roll as a roll, and that's why it looks like this, as a blotting method. So what I need also is, I'm very low on water, but my other one is quite full, so this is my squeaky one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my yellow and I'm going to spray at the top. Some sunshine. Bring it down further than I want because I'm going to come in with my, come on, with my picked raspberry. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with my wilted violet at the bottom. And then I'm going to come in with some water. So what I'm going to do, oh, it looks so bright on the screen. It's not quite that bright. And of course, these are oxides. So the minute you add water, they're going to go slightly whiter. I'm trying not to quite drown it, but you can see that I am using quite a lot of water here. Let's just get a little bit. No, I want a bit more there. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to pop the one page on top of the other. This is where the kitchen roll comes in. And I'm going to squish and squash and roll. So try and squish it in there as well so that it... And this is why I leave 2 pages, because I've got lots of overspray over here and I have messed on those edges. So let's just see what we have got. And I really like that. The purple has escaped up there, but that's not too bad. I will just grab... Let's see. Shall I leave that or shall I blot it? Let's just blot it a little bit. It's a little too brown for my liking. And I can even maybe give it a little bit more of a spray to and lift my book a little bit so that it runs away from the middle. Just let's see what we get. Get what you get. And it always dries so much lighter. Okay. And now, time to get out the heat gun. What you do need to remember is to clean your nozzles before you put them away. So, being a good crafter that I am, try and remember to do that. And right, I can take that out now so that I can reach my heat gun without knocking you guys all sideways. Right. And we will blow dry. Yes, Martin, kitchen roll is a crafter's best friend. I have my spatula from the kitchen in here. In other words, my squeegee. I have my whisk. I have my rolling pin. I have my paper towel. I have more kitchen tools in here than I think I use in my kitchen. So yes, kitchen tools are very useful for crafters. Steph, this technique is such fun. It is really great. And in fact, I sometimes do this when I'm wanting to make cards as well. So it doesn't just have to be an art journal, but for me, it's the quickest way to get a background. So I will take 2 pieces of cardstock, spray the one with color, splat the other one on top, do the whole paper towel thing exactly the same. And yeah, that's what I do. So this side I can probably lift up. So you can see the paper hardly buckles at all. And I do dry it from both sides because where it is excessively damp, it does buckle a little bit more. But really, I find this paper is incredibly forgiving. Right, there's far too much there. I don't have the patience for that. And let's try the other side. Okay. Almost crispy dry. it's dry enough. What I do need to do is just get rid of the cereal boxes and clean the overspray. I forgot to put some paper towel there, so I just need to clean that if there's still some water left in my very noisy spray bottle. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now I am very happy with how that came out. It gives me a great base to play. And let's see how my crew are looking. So when I draw, I always draw some facing left, some facing right, and some facing forward. So I think I might have to put him in the sky because down here in the pink, because I stamped in pink, he's disappearing too much, you know, pink elephants and all that. But those two, that works up there because, I mean, he's always up there anyway. And then this down here, right. So, I mean, I don't have to use them all, but it would be fun. And now I need to decide what else I'm going to add. So let's get my stencils out. And I will probably go with a little bit of that. We don't need fish, and we'll probably use this. So now I need my brushes. So let's grab my brushes. Do I have a pink brush? Do I? No. I do have a clean brush, however, so that's about to become a pink brush. What I do have as a pink brush is my permanent pink, so maybe that's what I will use. So I do keep them separately, my VersaFine Clair brushes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the leopard print going in the middle. Cheers, Brian. Thanks for popping in. So I'm going to pop. Let's have it facing the right way around because that definitely helps to line them up. So if you are using them, so we have the funky fossil and the funky fossil, and then that will line up without even thinking about it. Okay, so let's line. I'm going to put it slightly further over than I need because I will then just use my pink through here. And I'm just going to let it fade out. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I don't like that edge, but we're going to be coming over the top with that. Okay, so we move that back there. Now on this side, I'll be careful. Oh, mind you, that I don't really have such straight edges on that side. So let's do a fade into the middle there. Right. Now I can bring my black back over the top. I'll probably use my purple at the bottom, so let's get that out while I see it. Let's find my black brush. I'm just going to use, mind you, you don't have to use black, but okay, well, let's use purple then. Let's find, do I have a purple brush? Karen would be mortified to find out I don't have a purple brush, but this one will do. And I will get out, do I have Distress Oxide in purple? Let's see, what do we have? Of course I have. We have the Wild Berry. No, Wilted Violet. So let's do some wilted violet over the top. So we had this lining up like so. There we go. And hello, Angela. Hello, Kim. What on earth is wrong with Facebook? What a nightmare. I know. So for that reason, I have actually gone onto YouTube as well, because Facebook is being a bit of a mare. So I have it on my YouTube. So if you are struggling over on Facebook, head on over to YouTube. As Belinda Basson, I'm just on my own account over there, because yes, it can be a right pest. So thank you for coming over to find me, even though it's being pestilent. And I'm just going to let that fade out. There we go. And do the same on this side. Find where I was. That does not look right. There, that looks right. Can you hear the baby elephants running around upstairs? The lady upstairs has her grandchildren there tonight. They run from one side of the flat to the other. There they go. Doof, 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 doof. Doof, 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 doof. It's quite appropriate with my elephant in them. Elephant on the desk. Okay, so I'm going to let this fade out down here. There we go. And in fact, I don't like how that's made such a harsh line, so I'm going to just soften that. That's the nice thing, you can completely make these things up. They don't have to be anything specific. There we go. There, that breaks that up quite nicely, and I'm going to do the same on the side. I don't have any that I don't particularly not like, but I'm going to just break it up anyway. I didn't design this stencil as a follow on, it was just made to be a square, because a lot of you are card makers anyway. So, oh, you have it on telly and you're commenting on it. Aha. Yes, there's always a way around most things. Okay, so now we have that background going. I had Ellie up there, Rhino here, Lion, Giraffe, Giraffe. That works, and that works. And then I had these two like this, and we need some sort of sentiment along the bottom here, I think. What am I going to do along the bottom? I think I'm going to get out my, sorry, the 20 million stamp sets back. I did, but I need to find my wording. Where's my steampunk letters? Here they are. Okay, so what am I going to say? Does YouTube keep buffering for anyone else, or is it just you? Probably your internet, Sarah. I'm sorry. Can't help you there. I'm going to close this before I get something in it. Right, let's put Safari Crew. Let's see if I can spell today. What's stuck on there? Let's get that off. S A F. This is why I have 2 sets, because I always need, even though, I mean, I did put more letters, but I've got that for happy birthdays over there. So I always have happy birthday permanently set up. So we have Safari. I need the I. YouTube's okay. Oh, sorry, Sarah, must be your internet. Safari, and then I want crew. C R. Oh, thanks, Mom. I've got Mom watching in the other room. She's picked up. I've got no R in Safari. I've got Safari. Thank you, Safari. Okay. Oh, too many letters on one page, but it will fit. Do I have an R on here? No. I have an R on here. Because I wanted you to be able to do Mary. So I have 2 R's on every set. Safari crew. Okay, C R. I've not got enough E's. B. And I shouldn't be putting it the right way around. Like that. It needs to be the right way around with the sticky side up. And it keeps sticking to me. W. Where is my W? There. Well, W is quite big, so right. That works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat and use my ruler. So I have got more crew fit on there. Yes. Okay, so now use that one. That one's not long enough. Okay, this one, yes. Okay, but I need to make sure that they're all straight. So we push back and clear. Are you indoors? You're not even in your cabin. Okay, so now we have to go backwards. Yes. Wait. Because I've got this in the way, so let's just get them on like so, and then I'll tidy them up. How about that? Then I know it works. So just bumping them up against the ruler. In theory, that should work. Okay, I'm doing what's called kerning, which is a technical term for making sure that there's visually the right amount of space in between all your letters, because for example, the A, because you've got that space there, I'm making sure there's enough visual space there, and that the I is not too close. That's all the world in theory. Let's just see if I am looking good. That S is skew. Okay. Let's look at it the other way around. Ah, Sophie, yes, I forgot. That just fits. Okay, let's get that one. And the R. Where did the R go? Up there. We're having an R-less night. R E think this is going downhill. Okay. W is too close. Okay. Right. Safari Crew. That works. Let's ink it up. So I'm using the VersaFine Clair in Monarch. Very dark. Purple, but it's very dark. Okay, let's attempt to get this straight. And going to print. You know what? If it doesn't work, we just do something over the top, print it onto a piece of paper, and then stick it on. But I really would like it to. Let's do some CPR. Okay, let's get that. And let's do crew. Of course, Sophie is talking about biscuits in the chat. Looks like Oreo backwards. Sophie has a healthy admiration for biscuits, which the Americans call cookies. So it's something I discovered. What the Americans call biscuits, we call scones or scones. Depends on where you're from, I guess. Did I ink that? She says, I'm so busy yakking. Oh, yes, I did, but I didn't press. I didn't give it CPR. Okay, let's line that up again and give it CPR. You will print properly now. Thank you. And homemade muffins. Yes, you've been advertising all your baking skills on Facebook, making me hungry. Okay, now I'm going to get out my newfangled toy, which is this amazing glue trigger thingy majiggy. Must say, I didn't think I needed it until I saw somebody else using it, and I ordered one, and I haven't stopped using it since. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Let's do the elephant. Let's do the elephant in the room. Lost comments now, flipping heck. Sorry. Yes, welcome to Facebook. Where did I get one of these? I ordered it from my local craft store. Sarah Seth might know where to get one in the UK. I know she's got one. She was also one of the reasons why I got one. She said it was marvelous. And I don't even bother. I mean, it sits here in its little stand so you can see it off screen, and it has its lid over there. I haven't put its lid back on since I opened it because, well, it sits in that little cup and you really don't need to put the lid back on. Okay, and I'm going to line. Yes, that works. I'm going to line. So, oh, I was going to have him over there, wasn't I? Oh, well. So we have these two facing each other and that one facing forward on that page. So be it. It's glued now. I'm not going to fight the glue because the glue will win and tear a hole in the page. I'll just put him slightly higher up. Okay. Now, I'm happy with that. I want to ink my edges a little bit because I always feel like, and this is where I actually use an applicator tool because me and a brush on the edges don't really work. I always feel like a page needs a bit of a frame, and if you can use a dark color to frame it, that definitely helps. Oh, I just realized I was off shot, so hang on, let me just come back on screen. So I'm just using black soot around the edges, and that just helps to, like here where my stencil work didn't go to the top, and where the ink didn't quite make it to the top, it just finishes that off. Right, now I feel like that could do with a little bit more of something. So I will raid my watercolor pencil crayons. I think the pink will work. So these are Tim's watercolor pencil crayons. I just want to see if the worn lipstick will show up over the purple in the background. And yay, it's working. Because what I'm wanting to do is, this is the color that I used to color their jackets. I'm trying to bring this color down into the purple area because I've got no other colors or anything going on down here. And then once I've finished coloring these in, what I might do is do very light stencil work just at the bottom here with the top layer of the leopard print. Right. Oh, thanks, Karen. The letters took me, I don't know, months to organize because I did them in one process on my iPad, then discovered that didn't work. So then I did them in another program and drawing all the dots and lines so that they already had all the shading, 26 letters, and then I still did numbers. Nearly drove me quietly crazy, but it was worth it. Okay, now what? Now I'm going to get more water brush out because the color is so much stronger once you wet it. And where is my water brush when I want it? Buried under everything else. Okay, so I don't know if you can see much of a difference on the screen, but basically this is a brush with water in this barrel, and then it feeds through into the bristles so that you don't have to keep dipping your brush, and it gives you a constant feed of water. I really like this, especially for traveling. So I do a fair amount of traveling on planes and trains, and I take this on board with me, and these guys I have pre-cut thanks to my brother, and not I'm an only child, so it's my brother's scan and cut. So I sit and color them wherever I'm going, and then this is just so easy. It means you don't have open water that can fall over and so on. Something else that I am going to do is, first let's do this. I was going to, hi Anna. I want to add a little bit of this at the bottom, and let's just see if there's enough on my brush. Yes, that was just enough. I want a hint, and I'm going to, between what's left on the stencil and what's on my brush, yeah, that just gives a little bit of a texture. That's what I was looking for. And so I'm also going to look and see if I have, so I keep all of my cutouts in a box, and then I keep them in little Ziploc baggies. So let's see, do I have any of the rhinoceros or any of the guys uncolored? Okay, so we have the elephant. Let's see. He's got an outline. No, I need him without the outline. Okay, because I forgot to give them shadows before I stuck them down. So now I will have to do the others at a later date. I can either just be very careful, or I can cheat like this. Oh, come out of your bag. So I'm going to use my black brush. I always have my highlights coming from the right. So even when I've colored them, they're all highlighted on the right with their shadows on the left. So what I'm going to do is use the cutout. I'm going to sacrifice this cutout to make a shadow. There we go. Works brilliantly. Okay, so now I will just have to be patient and do the others carefully. So let's just see. Where is my black? My black crayon. There we go. So I will do that. And under here. I know it's upside down, but I need to get in at this angle. And then I have to come in with the water. Problem is it activates the background color as well. So I'm just being careful not to use too much water. That's why I prefer that technique, because you've got a little bit more control and you don't have problems with the color bleeding and getting. Beggars can't be choosers, and I don't have spare sacrificial cutouts, so water brush it is. Oh, thanks, Steph. I'm pretty much finished trying to decide what I should do underneath them, if I'll just leave them floating. I think I might just have to get out my all-time favorite stencil and give them. I did clean all my stencils with a good crafter. So This is my all-time favorite. So let's going to just use him again under there. So because I don't want the dots going on them. And I'm just using black, lining up the dots and then letting it fade out. When I say lining up the dots, just straight with the bottom of the stencil, and I'll just use that there. I just need a little bit here because I have the wording that I don't want to go over. Okay, let's use that one then. Yeah, that makes the straight edge just a little less straight. There we go, Sunset Crew in Africa. And now, of course, I can't resist not sticking some in this corner. And I just love this stencil. Enough is just a little bit more of the stencil. And of course, we'll put it down here. Now I'm going to call this done. Okie dokie. I'm going to say that is done. Hope you enjoyed that. And that maybe you'll be inspired to try some of these things that I've done. It's always nice to see when I've been live and somebody gives it a go. Please feel free to tag me on Facebook or Instagram. I love to see what you guys do. And until next time, I am back in Jammers on the 19th of April. So I will be live again with you then. And somewhere in between, I will probably be live on Funky Fossils. So thanks for joining me this evening. It's been great having your company. Chit chat in the chat has been great fun to watch. Thanks, Jan. And till next time, bye for now.